But the thing is, one, this is a bigger house than I can take care of.
Yeah, okay.
And I have been the backbone, which is not really working that well anymore, to get shit done.
Okay.
Okay?
But shit like cleaning the house or shit like rearranging the house?
Everything.
I thought it was mostly rearranging that we were doing now.
Well, I thought we were doing rearranging and then cleaning. But either way.
Well, once it's set up, like when I had the house set up, it's easy to clean it. It's easy to keep it clean when things are in its place or whatever. It's just getting things into place, I think, is the biggest problem right now. Don't you? I don't have a problem with that. We've talked about that. I've showed you properties. I've looked at properties.
Yes,
It's
but
nothing new. There's nothing new.
it seems like it because
Well, that's your
I mean-
assumption. That's your assumption, honey. I'm sorry. I say something different. You just don't believe me? Is that what's going on?
you have a habit of changing your mind about a lot of things more often than I think about changing my mind.
You think so? I think it's the opposite. That's funny. I think you're the one who's like flip flops all the time because of your mood. Like I'm in the mood to stay. I'm in the mood to move. I love our house. I hate our block. I wish we could move. I feel like that's on a twice a day basis, but that's all right.
Not when it comes to the house. Problem is, I've been staying my tongue for a very long time
No,
because
you haven't. You said you fed your piece all the time.
really,
Yes.
really,
Yes.
how many times is all the time to you?
How many times to the point where I could say, I just want to sell everything and get an RV, or move to a different continent, or move to a different country, or get the hell out of America. Those types of things are on pretty much a weekly basis.
Bullshit.
All right, it's fine. You don't have to remember that. That's fine. You don't have to agree with me.
You know what? How about this?
Sure, how about it?
We just stop talking about it and I'll do whatever I damn well please. Because I don't see any way we can stay here.
Why?
Legit.
Every month we're paying the mortgage. Every month we're
Yeah,
paying the
every
mortgage.
month we're
On time.
scrimping.
No, we're not.
I look at the bank. All right, I see the numbers.
Do you? The only reason that we're scrimping this month is because we didn't calculate that we had to pay the last phone bill before we both started our own phone accounts. And I wasn't in my budget. Right? Mom, correct? Right? I said to you and I said, can we split it?
If we were to sit down and make a budget and go by the budget, we still would be scrimping.
Okay, Jim. Okay. I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry you feel that way. I feel like we have it under control pretty well, but
You know how many times I've heard that? Too many times. You said that before we went to a fucking lawyer.
no, I did not say we had everything under control before we filed bankruptcy. We knew for months we had to file bankruptcy. I didn't blow smoke up your honey. It was not until I lost my second job. Rebecca's probably texting me to tell me to shut up, so. Why are we having this discussion on, like, fighting about this? This is something new and old at the same time. No, I don't understand. You're put off right now. I don't know why.
You know why?
No, why? I don't know why. I just said
because we're arguing about this house and we can barely stay here.
Why are you saying that? You know the numbers say something differently.
No, the numbers are agreeing with me.
Okay. We'll go over them again once we're done with here so I can show you the numbers, okay? Is that alright? We'll do that? We'll go over the numbers
Sure.
again? Okay. Alright. Anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Okay. If you get your job, that'll be different. If you get your SSI determination, which of course is also...
If. The biggest two-letter word in the human language. If.
James, we can't move if those things don't happen either. Credit scores determine you getting an apartment. Do you think anybody's going to give an apartment when one of my credit scores is in the 400s and the high 400s, the other one's in the low 500s? Because of this damn debt consolidation issue? You think so? Okay.
All I know is I just don't like doing what we've been doing.
How come? It's all good. No, for real. Like literally, this is the first time I'm hearing it. All this week, everything was hunky dory except for the medical stuff. No. Okay.
Do you know why I've been sleeping so much lately?
I didn't know you were. Normally you get up. Well, I just thought it was because you're trying to catch up from this week. We got up at like 7 o'clock in the morning and
No.
6 o'clock in the morning.
No, it's even been happening before this week.
Because you're depressed.
Bingo.
Okay. You sure? Is that why you're sleeping because you're depressed, or you staying up late playing video games because you're depressed?
Both.
Mm-hmm. And then the doctor gave you medicine for that. Do you think you need to go take one now? The PRN meds?
Too late.
Why?
Because
You have it. What do you mean? Wait, I'm so confused.
I'm already worked up.
Oh, you're supposed to take it before you start.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Alright. Sorry. If you feel like this is something that you wanna go over again, we can, if you're interested. If you wanna,
Go over.
I don't know, the numbers, I guess?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I meant. I didn't mean to say, I didn't like call you out in front of everybody, but those numbers, I know a lot of times you struggle with numbers. You know, so that's why I meant it, and I didn't mean anything bad about it, I know that's a struggle. Did you, still thinking about going to therapy? Obviously when insurance gets straightened out, but, or going back to therapy?
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay. It might help. Is this what happens when you miss cooking class? They can't cancel cooking class on you anymore.
I have nothing.
I'm kidding, I just meant your time away from us sometimes helps you reset, so. Doing stuff just for yourself.
Yeah.
I thought it was great, the food, the cooking, that food and, you know, staying out, sleeping and doing whatever you want, time-wise, watching movies, whatever. I thought everything was good. I did, I'm sorry. I knew you were stressed this week about the medical stuff and not getting your medications. But I didn't know it was anything more than that, and I apologize for not recognizing that. I knew you were upset for me yesterday when I was in so much pain, but I didn't think that.
Well, who do you take advice from the most?
Who do I take advice from the most?
Yeah.
I don't think there's anybody the most, but I don't know, Sharon maybe?
Sure.
You, me, I don't know, what do you mean? It depends on the advice. I go to where the expert is in that particular field. You know, if I wanted to take advice on medical stuff, I'd probably go to my doctor friend. If I wanted to take advice on psychologist stuff, I'd go to my psychology friends.
Okay.
My social worker friends, whatever, yeah.
I don't care if, I don't know what happened with you and Lisa, or maybe it's my fault.
No,
Okay.
it's nothing, no.
Lisa used to give you great advice.
Okay.
But for some reason, something happened between the two of you, and now the two of you aren't really talking that much. And
A lot of people in my inner circle don't approve of our fundraiser. I've been ostracized for asking for help.
from whom?
Everybody, except my one nephew and my one best friend. In my inner circle, because obviously a lot of people in my outer circles that don't care, that are supportive. And it was hard for me to get is that it took so long to finally ask for help from anybody that to come with a response like that was very harsh. So that was and unexpected. I've been to so many people's fundraisers for so many different things over the years that it's hard to think that people wouldn't be there for me too. But I always remember whenever I feel like disappointed about that, I always think about Pop. You know, Pop used to say all the time, right?
No.
They call you when they want something. Period. That's what he used to say. That was the whole sentence. They call you when they want something.
Maybe sometimes they call you not because they want something, because they just want to talk.
No, what I'm saying, what Pop's point was, is that people just were using me. My family and cousins, and they called me when they wanted something. Very few people in my life call me just to see how I'm doing.
So you feel that anytime somebody calls you, they want something.
No, James. No.
So that's what it just sounded like.
No, I'm sorry it sounded like that to you. Basically, when all these people left, me, emotionally, that's what I remember to make it feel a little bit better. And I can no longer give like I used to give. So they no longer have a need for me. That's what it is, basically. Oh, Rebecca, I see you texting me, but I've got so many tears in my eyes, I can't read it. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Oh, anyhow. Apparently, a lot of people have a lot to say, but I can't see it, so. And you're not reading it, so I just have to.
Because, you know what?
No, I didn't mean it like it was bad. Sorry. I was just telling you what the text message was about. It was about like end the live. Okay? So let's just clarify a couple of things before we get on. Have you and I talked about leaving the house? So one of the things we joke about as a married couple who's been married so long is that we've changed a position on a subject. Like when I first met Jim, I never made my bed. Unless company was coming. And he made his bed every day. So then I got to a point where I was making my bed every day. And he was like, I just got out. I was like, well, that's great. And now here's the point where we both make our bed every day. We both want a bed made every day. So one of the things was when Mom first moved out, we were talking, I said, let's move back to New York. We'll be closer to the family, or we move to North Carolina, we'll be close to the family, you can get paid to take care of me like you're taking care of me, those types of things. And he said, no, I want to stay close to Mom. So then I was like, okay. So then in a couple of weeks, months later, he's like, I want to get the hell out of here. I'm like, but you want to stay close to Mom. Now I want to stay close to Mom. But you had really good points. So that's kind of like where that is right now. But we did talk about moving someplace cheaper, someplace closer, as long as it's ready to go. But we have to figure out how we're gonna be able to get that mortgage. You can't just say, hey, I want to buy a house, and that works for you. So there's a lot of steps we have to take, and I've started those. I've started those steps. I'm just waiting to hear back from a couple of things, a couple of people about a couple of things, and but we have our rent paid for this month. We have our rent scheduled to be paid for next month? Anything else you can think of? Is, at least we're going month by month, and that's how a lot of people live. That's what you gotta do. Even if it was our mortgage, it would still be the same way. Even if the mortgage was in our name, it would still be the same way. We'd still have to feel like, okay, well, this month the car needs repairs. Okay, so how can we afford to get the car fixed and pay the mortgage? And what are we gonna do about? So you budget this, you budget that. And that's what life's all about. Unless you're independently wealthy, and want to know the 1%ers.
But you haven't been budgeting that.
I have to.
Really? So when are we gonna take the car to the shop to get the tires checked and oil change? And...
That's not a car repair. That's car maintenance. That's different.
Not really.
And I'm just waiting for the card to come from the KCA for the car stuff. They have that.
I might as well be a monkey in a tree waiting for fucking God to say.
Jim, they sent it to us every 6 months for how long? As long as you apply for it.
That's not my point, Jerry.
Well,
I'm sick and tired of waiting for somebody else.
Well, do it. Do something about it. Why are you saying this to me?
Because you're the one in control of the money.
I'm the one in control of the money?
Yeah.
Oh, is that why? Just please don't do that, because you know that's not true. Just think a little bit about how money was spent this week, and then please just don't start a fight about it when you know that that's not true. Think about how money was spent this week. Think about how money was spent this week before you say anything that you're gonna regret.
Everything I say is a regret of one form or another.
Okay.
Because if I were to open up the bank now and read off the last 2 weeks worth of expenditures,
yeah.
How much have you put into these games that you're supposedly winning money back that I have not seen in the bank yet?
Well, it's your problem. You overlook all the positives. You only look at the negatives.
No, I don't.
How much did you spend what'd you spend the $5.98 at CVS? You have no idea. That's what I'm trying to say. You spend way more money without paying attention. When there's money in the bank, you just spend it. I don't want to have this fight. Because it's not a fight. It's a conversation we've had time and time again.
Yeah, and I don't agree with your side of it.
I don't agree with your side of it.
So me getting food and drink is more important than paying for games?
I don't know what you're spending on, because you throw out receipts. Mysteriously, they're always gone. You don't remember what you spent it on. Why are we having this conversation right now? Yes, I am budgeting, yes. And I made money on the games. You know that because I deposited $25 yesterday. The day before yesterday, sorry.
I don't know where it came from. It could have come from Sharon, for all I know.
No, and I told you it was from the game winning. Look at me. Look at me. Stop.
No.
No, stop.
No.
You know that it came from a game winning. I showed you it came from a game winning. You don't have to do this. I'm in a bad mood. Stop taking it out on me.
What? Speaking my truth in my mind is taking out something on you?
No, because you know that's not true. You know the truth. You're being stubborn, and I don't understand what the hell's going on. What are these people saying that are making you act like this towards me?
It's not them saying anything to make me act towards you.
Okay, so it's something I did or said. Hello?
What?
I asked you a question.
What question did you ask?
Okay. You just have to live now. Bye, everybody. Take care. God bless you next time. Go.
No.
Want me to do it? I don't know how that got on me.
What?
That